And I quote, humorous dry humping in the alley. Humorous dry humping in an alley? Is this literature or just directions to a public indecency charge?
Oh, lighten up. It's called a meet cute. Guy saves girl from thugs, pins her against a wall, things get awkwardly frisky. It's romance. Like that time my neighbor Gary accidentally set his prize, winning poodle on fire trying to impress the mail lady. Sparks flew, literally.
That resulted in a restraining order, not a relationship. And this book, Paladin's Grace by T. Kingfisher, honestly, some listeners claim it's charming, but I suspect it's merely Twilight, reheated with added knitwear and decapitations.
Whoa, Twilight. No way. Edward Cullen didn't knit. This guy, Stephen, he's a holy warrior whose god just poofed. Now he's got divine PTSD and goes on killing sprees. But he also knits pink socks and smells like gingerbread. It's adorable. He's a murder teddy bear.
Murder teddy bear. Right? Let's delve into the psychological cesspit that is Stephen. A former holy warrior, riddled with guilt, convinced he's a monster, prone to uncontrollable berserker rage.
Yeah, but the gingerbread, imagine. You're cuddling up, feeling safe, smelling baked goods all, and then bam, he accidentally rips the mailman's head off because the gas bill was too high. It keeps things interesting. My ex just smelled like disappointment and cheap cologne.
Some reviewers, perhaps ones with slightly more self-preservation, compared him directly to Edward Cullen. Possessive, terrified of hurting the love interest if he loses control. These aren't charming quirks. They're crimson flags. It borders on glorifying potentially controlling behavior, much like that other book we dare not name again after the incident.
Oh, here we go. Mr. 50 Shades is a treatise on late-stage capitalism. Stephen isn't controlling, he's tortured. He's a big, sad, ginger-scented killing machine who just needs a hug. And maybe some better yarn. Pink is so last season. He's awkward. It's relatable.
Relatable? He literally says, and I quote from a review quoting the book, "Sometimes I go berserk and begin killing people." Dryly, as if discussing the weather and the object of his affection, Grace, the perfumer. She's hardly a beacon of stability herself.
Okay, Grace is a bit of a mess. Panic attacks triggered by smells. Girl, same. Especially when my landlord tries to cook fish again. And yeah, she blurts weird stuff. One reviewer called her abhorrently annoying and desperate, like Bella Swan 2.0, harsh, but also kinda true. Sometimes I wanted to shake her.
She vacillates between being supposedly independent and utterly incapable of asserting herself. Her internal monologue is a swamp of insecurity, and the constant, "I'm not good enough for him," mirrored by his, "I'm too monstrous for her." It's less a slow, burn romance and more a mutual pity party that lasts 300 pages. Honestly, the most compelling character might be the giant rat god worshipped by lawyer priests.
The rat religion. Yes. What is up with that? Are they actual rats in little suits? Do they nibble on legal briefs? I bet it's a cult. Like that time my cousin joined that group that worshipped artisanal cheese. Weird stuff, man. But hey, at least this book has weird stuff. Is it actually any good, though? Or just weird?
That is the million-dollar question, isn't it? The tonal whiplash alone is enough to induce vertigo. One moment, we have supposedly witty banter. The next, a severed head turns up. It's jarring. It's like watching Sesame Street, directed by David Fincher.
But the funny bits are funny. Someone mentioned threats of frozen geese having heads broken off to use their sharp necks as weapons. That's comedy gold. And the gingerbread smell. I love it. It's cozy.
It's mentioned relentlessly. Does everything about him have to smell like a Christmas market? It's saccharine and repetitive, and the humor often felt affected and precious. As one astute reviewer put it, another simply screamed, via text, "Kiss her, you silly twat," which, while crude, captures the excruciatingly slow pace.
See, passion, people care, unlike that snooze fest analysis of sentence structure. We got a listener email, okay? Fine, I wrote it. Brenda from Boys asks if Steven smells like gingerbread. What does Grace smell like? Please advise. Valid question.
She's a perfumer. She probably smells like whatever she's working on. Perhaps essence of crippling self-doubt with top notes of panic, though I will concede, grudgingly, the chaotic courtroom scene involving the rat priests was unexpectedly diverting, utterly bonkers, but diverting. But the world building feels thin, sketched in around the edges of their interminable pining.
Okay, yeah, the pining was a lot. Like, get a room already. Or just talk. Use your words. It's like watching two traumatized sloths try to figure skate. But then there's a severed head. Or someone thinks about making perfume from human flesh. Keeps you on your toes. I think I actually liked it. Maybe. Ask me again in 5 minutes.
If Stephen were a sandwich, he'd be a very large, potentially delicious artisanal creation that you're terrified might spontaneously combust or develop sentience and murder you. It's an experience.
Okay, rating time. I give Paladin's Grace 8 out of 10 severed heads. It was weird, it was awkward on, sometimes annoying, but damn it, I want to know if he ever knits matching mittens. Needs more alleyway action, though.
And I award it 3 out of 7 existential crises induced by divine abandonment. It's marginally less offensive to the concept of literature than our 50 Shades debacle. But the bar was subterranean. The prose is functional, the concept unique, if bafflingly executed. Read it if you enjoy emotional constipation mixed with occasional decapitation.
Woo! Next week, folks, we're tackling a real mind-bender sentient slime mold seeks soulmate. Apparently, it's got a love triangle involving a sentient dust bunny. You won't want to miss it.
I think I need a stiff drink. Until next time, try to keep your heads attached. This is Heart Book Radio.